going everyone, Liam Catterson here, and today we're going to be reacting to the 100 episode number 3, which is called Earth Kills. So it's a nice little follow-up from Earth Kills, isn't it? Rhyming. Awesome. Anyways, last time out we had some really great development from episode 1, of course, on both the Ark and the surface with, everyone, Bellamy, Wells, Clark, and, Finn, yeah. They went to recover Jasper, which succeeded. They had a bit of scuffle along the way, but we got there in the end. And on the Ark, we've got some, interesting discussions going on here. Clark's mother is determined to prove that the Earth is habitable, and that the kids are taking their wristbands off, of course, after, Raven came in with that, nice little bit of information that sparked some kind of hope for Clark's mother, of course. But also there might be something going on with Raven and, maybe Finn, who knows? Given by the comments that she said, when, she would help, Clark's mother come to the surface. So, it's gonna be very interesting to see how that, does develop. But, yeah, I'm really looking forward. Will Clark's mother be able to prove something within 10 days? Because, as, they've been, the council have been given 10 days to decide, well, has given 10 days before they can decide on what to do, of course. Although that would be 100 deaths, in total, wouldn't it? Because it's 10 deaths for, 10 sacrifices for every day. Cause the choice is, I think in total they have to get rid of 320 people. So, well. But yeah, I'm really looking to see where things go. There's also someone, observing the camera. They're probably just admiring, oh, look at that, nice bunch of humans. Let's get on with episode number 3. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm hoping it does, kind of pick up, because like I said, it still needs to find its footing, but, it's getting there. It's not, poopy by any means. I don't know. My vocabulary is not on. It's Monday, so, reset the brain. Yeah, it's not working today, so yeah. With that said, let's just get on with episode 3. This is Earth Kills. Let's go. Now this is poop. Football.
You're unbeatable.
My character crush you defeated.
Well, it's not over yet.
Actually, it was over 147 years ago.
Technicality. Give it up. You're going.
Why are you not watching F1 races?
What'd I miss?
Your husband.
What, you're going now?
Just for a few minutes. Everything okay?
This Clark's dad.
It's always something.
His pulse is thready.
I was gonna say, things look a bit more rosier than they do in present day Ark times. Which is just very grim and morbid.
You're gonna make it through this, okay?
Come on, Jasper. Come on, Jasper.
I'm gonna get clean water.
Why don't you die? I'm kidding.
They were floated and I see it in my dreams and I just...
Oh.
I understand.
She looks younger as well, like 12 if anything.
So how'd you end up here?
That's gonna play on like PTSD.
What is that?
Oh, this is the fallout. This is radiation. It's finally catching up to the people. Bye bye. You are dying via the fallout. Woo!
If he's not better by tomorrow, I'll kill him myself. Tavia, let's go.
I'm
He
staying
wants
here.
that morale boost. Oh! Ooh!
Power hungry. I am doing this for Clark.
Shit. She's like,
They'll
don't
float
tell.
you, Jake.
Don't tell.
If you do this,
Do not tell.
I won't be able to stop it.
She already knew. Oh, dearie. I'm sensing some Ned Stark kind of vibes with Clark's daddy.
Can't hunt without a weapon.
Never know. Oh. Oh.
Ever killed something before? Who knows? Maybe you're good at it.
This is a bad idea. I'm suddenly having this imagination that she's going to kill Jasper, potentially.
Like?
He's gonna not make it. He's done. Nah. Bye. Oh, is that Adam as well? Oh. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Oh, shit.
Us dying in a cloud of acid fog isn't gonna help Jasper.
Or acid fog. I don't know.
Is that?
It just does kind of look like
Rot gut.
something you'd see on Fallout.
Whoa, careful. Fen, it could be...
Whiskey, I think. Better than moonshine on aggro stuff.
Hey! Hey!
Alcohol's toxic. This is Earth. Everything's toxic.
I'm not complaining. I would be like,
acid,
yeah, this is mine. No one else is happening it.
You can't afford to be weak. Down here, weakness is death. Fear is death.
Holy shit, are we seeing a good side from Bellamy?
Let me see that knife I gave you.
It's actually comforting her. Gee.
And when you feel afraid, you hold tight to that knife and you say, screw you.
She's gonna
I'm
do
not
it.
You think I'm fun, right?
Oh, yeah. Among other things.
You're fun.
I feel so bad for Wells, but
You
then again...
remember that time?
Remember that time you betrayed me and got my father executed?
That's the whiskey talking, here we go.
Where were we? Fun.
Oof.
I thought I could trust him.
It wasn't that spread
Well,
and
I thought
tell,
I
it
could
was
trust
like,
my best friend. Guess we were
just
both
don't
wrong.
do this, but I'm wanting to inform
You're
you.
not.
But it
Just
screwed up
remember my
either
friend.
way when her dad...
He would walk out into that fog and never come back.
Okay, how about we just...
Ooh, nah, that's bad.
You don't need to know the plan.
Well, you're making a video, so what? You're gonna...
They're just
Break into
YouTubing.
the
Gotta get them
communications
subscribers. If that still exists in this
Making you
dystopian
either
future.
suicidal or incredibly dumb.
Wow, you are picking a fine moment to start behaving like a typical teenager.
I'm gonna help you.
No, you're not.
But I can!
Absolutely not.
She... Oh.
Many things I love about both of you.
Jake Griffin, you're under arrest for treason.
Dad?
Oh!
No. Get your hands off her. Let me go!
Oh, no.
Kind of rough on Wells.
Hardly.
Hardly.
Pretty straight up guy. And he loves you.
I just love Finn just
You know
getting
that, right?
involved in this.
But every time your dad comes up, he won't give you a straight answer. Makes me think he's hiding something.
Oh! Adam! Yeah, that's bad. That toxic acid thing will get you. Ugh. He's got that hesitation there. Doesn't want to, but he's begging you. Oh. Just gonna give him a peaceful end, not like. Yeah. I just love that though. Like, Bellamy was like so hesitant. Ooh. But I do feel so bad for Octavia.
Jasper?
Still breathing. Barely. I tried to take him out, but your psycho little sister.
Oh!
My what?
It's they on the psycho way.
Yeah, that's right. My little sister.
He pissed.
Anything else you
Well,
want to say about her?
Jake, it's time.
oh Lord. Damn, I feel so bad for Clark.
I love you, kid.
This is oh shit. if Wells was the one who to Sprague, then
It's not your fault.
man, that's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. I think that's the first time we've seen someone actually get floated.
It was my mom. Wasn't it?
Oh.
the one who told your dad. I didn't want to believe it. I couldn't.
And before he's like,
because my
yeah,
father's dead, and it's my mother's fault.
Oh my god.
So you let me hate you.
We're friends for.
Well,
Can
son
you
of a...
forgive me?
Yes, that's already done.
Oh, well, son of a bitch. What a dude.
On a way to make him stop.
The knife and all that.
Sorry.
Oh! What the? Ah, what the hell?
Every night I see him. Your father
I was gonna say his dad.
kills my parents and
Oh!
his face and
Is she humming what Clark hummed? Oh, Charlotte. Oh boy, that was pretty rough, and we were getting somewhere with, at least, you know, it ended happily with Wells and Clark. Rather than, you know, Clark having that realization that her mother was the one who got her father floated. See, I wouldn't have imagined that because, you know, they seemed to, you know, be, you know, there wasn't some, you know, fractured relationship, just, you know, oh, I don't know if you should do this, so, yeah. And it didn't click into my mind because they seemed like to be an okay couple, but, damn, that was cold from Clark's mother, but even colder with what Charlotte did. Holy crap. You can see some arguments stemming in the next episode already, cause there's going to be quite a few complications going on, especially if it's revealed that Bellamy gave Charlotte the little dagger thing. So, this is going to be completely awkward, but it's all shaping up to be a juicy episode next time out. But yeah, I think things did pick up in this episode. I mean, I've been saying, you know, the show needs to find its footing, and things are definitely looking up. I mean, this was the best one out of the 3 I've watched so far. And, I have to say, I'm really loving what we're getting so far. Especially in this episode, and, you know, how everything came around with the whole revelation that it was, Clark's mother who was the one to have Clark's father floated. But like I said, I wouldn't have thought, you know, especially from what I'm seeing with Clark's mother, she has this nice factor, and she is, like, I thought of her as a caring person, and it took me completely by surprise, of course. Like, I didn't even believe it until, you know, Clark came to the realization, because, like I said, she's a bit of a caring person, but also they've got that, you know, look, they don't have a hostile relationship, it seems, from the flashbacks. So, a very, very interesting revelation there, especially added to the fact that Wells only, you know, pinned the blame on himself because he didn't want that fracture between Clark and her mother. So I thought that was really, really noble, and he sacrificed that relationship all to, try and keep a better hold on the mother-daughter relationship. He had to go through that in order to, keep things stable. He could not bear to see, Clark go at it with her mother. So I thought that was really, really, noble. I really, really enjoyed that thing, that revelation. But I'm saying things are going to be very, very, hostile in terms of, who got Wells killed, because, like I said, I'm blaming Bellamy for that one. Bellamy was the one who gave Charlotte the dagger, but I doubt Bellamy is going to, lose sleep over it, although he did show a soft side in this episode, which I completely loved. But I don't think he's going to, be like, oh shit, I shouldn't have gave that, dagger to that little girl. So, and plus he's not really, too friendly with Wells anyways, added to the fact that he did shoot his father. So, I don't think and given his attitude and what we've gotten from his character, yeah, I don't think he's going to be like, oh, what have I done in the next episode? And that's why I'm thinking there's going to be some, really, really, well, I wouldn't imagine it literally happening, but there's going to be some punch-ups between Bellamy and Clark. If, Clark finds out that Bellamy gave Charlotte the knife, if they find out that Charlotte killed Wells. And yeah, like I said, bust-ups because, to be fair, like I said, just after I finished watching the episode, it's great that we didn't have that typical, he died thinking that I hated him. And yeah, I'm glad that the revelation came before his death. And it's a nice little closing, thing. It's a nice little closing arc for the hatred, I guess the fabricated hatred, in a sense, between Wells and Clark. So, I'm glad that they got that out of the way before Charlotte. Although I will have to give Bellamy his props though. Like, he was very, very comforting to Charlotte when, she was, having those nightmares, and, he, tended to her. He didn't be like, oh, shut up, go to sleep. Like, Jasper's, pain of agony, of course. Although that was keeping everyone else up as well. But then again, those nightmares might have, kept, everyone else up as well. But, this was a continuous, these were continuous groans from Jasper. Thank God he made it though. But, I really, really loved that, comforting scene between, Bellamy and Charlotte, because, it showed a hint of softness through, I think it was the fact that them two were, it was just them two. And when he's surrounded by people, he's got that authority, that power. So he allowed himself to show a bit of his, softer side to Charlotte. So I really, really loved that. It was a very, very interesting, discussion, of course, reversing back in time, of course, cause I'm picking out moments that happened, the latest moments to happen in the 100, and I'm backtracking, but no, I was gonna say I really, really loved the, hiding in the car scene with Clark, Wells, and Finn, of course. Finn was just there, just embracing the squabbles between Wells and Clark. But that was, I wonder if, Clark is going to have that responsibility, because she practically, in layman's terms, she basically told Wells to die, because of course, we knew what happened with Atom, of course, and those two people that got, caught up in the fog cloud. But I don't know if she's going to feel that bit of responsibility, but basically, in layman's terms, she told Wells, you know what? Die. So, because you're not gonna, walk into that acid fog thingy-mabob and, I'm just gonna choke, and, come out new and improved, or, with a clean bill of health, like any, crappy food you put inside yourself, that's, all the damage it does to your body or whatever, I don't know. You're not going to have a, fresh appearance or everything like that. So, yeah, I'm wondering if there's going to be that responsibility, and especially from Clark, because she is the caring individual. I mean, we saw a bit of that, in the flashbacks, of course, when she was willing to go through with her father's plan on telling everyone about the fact that, the Ark was on a ticking time bomb, basically, in terms of life expectancy. Because she felt that they had a right to know rather than, just dying suddenly, and, at least they have time to, prepare some things and whatnot, rather than, not being told. So it's that she's not wanting, that ignorance, for the people on the Ark. So yeah. But yeah, the flashbacks were really, really great as well, discovering what was going on between the apprehension, I guess, of Clark's dad. When he found the fault, of course, it was a system failure, and there was that little bit of, predicament between the mother and the father, of course, about what to do, because Clark's mum was, she was still sided with the council, and she thought, the best thing to do is to not tell, because this is going to cause a panic, and, that's going to, potentially cause more complications than enough. I mean, we're already, you're telling me we're on a ticking time bomb, and, there's going to be, she said it herself, there will be anarchy, there will be chaos, everything will, go down the shitter if, you do decide to tell everyone that they're basically gonna die 1 to 2 years. But he wanted to do what was, in his eyes, the noble thing. See, I don't know what I would want. I think I would side with Clark's dad, in this one, because of the fact that, I wouldn't want people to, I mean, it might cause anarchy and all that, but there's always hope, and, I mean, he said this situation was basically terminal, so there was no fix around it, because, there's that bit of hope, but maybe sugarcoat it a bit, saying, okay, we're gonna try and find us, then again, see, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what side I want to pick, because I was gonna say, sugarcoat it, okay, you're looking like you're gonna die, but we're gonna find a solution for it. So, at that point, you may as well just say nothing at all. But I don't know, I just wouldn't want, these people to, like the sacrifices that are happening, like everything going on, like the harsh rules that, surrounds our environment, that would feel a bit, that wouldn't be me. I wouldn't want these people to be put through this hell, so I'll get floated. But, I don't know, it's just that nobility factor, and I wouldn't want these people to, innocently die and, have these harsh laws, and it's just really, I don't know, that's my thought of it. But, like I said, it was really, really great seeing the flashbacks of, Clark's dad, and how everything came to factor. I think that was the first time we saw someone got floated as well, and how, potent it was, considering, Clark's dad's, death was a pivotal factor in terms of Clark. It still is, but it's a pivotal factor in her character, and, we hear stories about people getting floated all the time, but, with Clark being one of the, main aspects of the show, I think it's very, very strong that I think it's very, very great and reasonable that, her dad's death is the first time we saw someone got floated, so, yeah. And it was very, very grim as well, so. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. Things did pick up a notch. Octavia as well, I'm starting to, like her a bit more as well, especially with how she now has this, hatred with her own brother, of course, after what happened to Atom, and we saw that earlier in the episode where Adam was, not giving her the cold shoulder, basically. And, she raged at Bellamy for that. And then, you know, they come back after, you know, they go off and Adam's dead. So there's that even more reason to push the fracture between Octavia and Bellamy, of course, because, you know, she's going to hold him accountable for his death. So, yeah. Even though Bellamy might have that, you know, bit of care, like, Octavia is, like, absolutely not having it with him. But ixnay on the psycho A, of course. No, I really, you know, loved everything about this. There's also one point I wanted to get about Octavia is I don't know, if, you know, this is going to build in the future, but I am sensing there is some, you know, great little, there's a nice, you know, kind-hearted and, wonderful side to Octavia, a more joyful side, should I say. And I really love how, you know, that is contrast to that dictatorish, cruel, malice, way that Bellamy is showing off. But the point I wanted to get to is, that I don't know if this is going to develop any further, is her, you know, connection with Monty. I mean, Monty seems to be like a decent, innocent soul, and, I do think that things could, you know, escalate between the pair of them. So, I don't know about shipping wise, who knows, but, I have noticed in the last episode and this episode that they seem to have that, you know, click. So, I'm interested to see if things do pick up there, but overall she seems to be like a more, I don't know, welcoming individual than Bellamy, especially when, you know, Bellamy was the one that's saying, oh, can he just die? And, you know, he was wanting him dead, and, Octavia's like, yeah, we're not letting you die, so don't you dare die. I just really loved that though. So yeah, interesting episode, really awesome stuff. I can't wait to see any further kerfuffles going on between Clark and Bellamy, of course. Like I said, the softness of Bellamy was really, you know, great, in this episode when he was confronting Charlotte, but also when he was a bit shook, regarding Atom, of course, when he got caught up in the fog, the acid fog thing. I mean, Clark was the one to put Atom out of his misery, of course. But, you know, there was that factor that Bellamy couldn't. Bellamy was like, you know, frozen. So really interesting stuff there. But like I said, further kerfuffles between Clark and Bellamy once everything comes out about Charlotte is bound to be tasty. I can't wait to see where things go. And yeah, I really enjoyed this episode so much. Better than the first two. The first two I think set things up, but I think things have escalated in this episode, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next episode. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You get your videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Feeds channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!